Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, it's Ives and that's yet another episode of Combat Essentials series in Godot. In this episode, we're going to make health bars. Specifically, we will cover the texture progress node. So, go to your entity base. Here, add a texture progress node, rename it to entity health bar, add it to health bar group, and create a separate scene from this node. I will probably save it in UI folder. Great, now we can set it up. Go to this node. Here I already gave you files for this texture bar. So open the textures. For the under texture, use the empty texture. For the over, use the border. And for the progress, use full texture. Now, as you can see it's here. We can even play with it a little bit. Here is the maximum value, 52, 28, and right away I want to make it bigger, so I come to rect and here in the scale by X I set it to 2. I think that will be good. Okay, we can move it a little bit here, and I think it will work for now. Now it's too high, like that. Okay, so that's something what we are aiming for. Now, it's not difficult at all to change the values. There are two ways basically how we can do it. We can connect signals of the entity to entity health bar and create here a separate script that will do all this stuff. Or we can control the values of entity health bar through entity base code. Also, the first way is more understandable and clear. The second way will be more useful because we already have all the setters and getters for the entity. Here, create a reference variable called healthbar. In the set HP, after you call the signal HP changed, change the healthbar value to the new health value. The value is this bar's current value. Then we will also change the max value. In set HP max, after you emit the signal once again, change the health bar's max value to new maximum HP. And now, as a small stylish trick, let's show this health bar only when the HP is not maximum. So, by default, let's hide it. And here, when you check if HP is not 0, then check else if HP doesn't equal HP max, and if it doesn't, then show the health bar. Now, as you launch the game, you can see it. Here we go. We're getting it decreased. Basically we're done, but I want to give you something else, and therefore we will add a small animation for changing the HP. First of all, we will need to create an entity health bar script. For the entity health bar, add a twin as its child. Here, in the ready function, synchronize the value and the maximum value of the bar with the parent, in other words, the entity values. But before you do so, wait for one idle frame. So this way, both the health bar and the entity will be ready and will have their values. Let's create a function called animate HP change, which will receive two arguments. First of them, new HP, and the second is old HP, that by default will be the value of this health bar. And now here, just do your basic twin operation. Twin interpolate property. If you are new to twins, I highly recommend you to first check out my Godot twin tutorial. Here you go. All of these four last arguments, they are chosen by random. You might find something that you like more, but it's just an example. And now in the entity-base.gd, in the setHP method, instead of changing the value of health bar right away, call this method animate HP change. Now launch the game, and as you can see, the animation is smooth. So, that's the end of this video and the end of the Combat Essentials series. I hope it was useful and you liked it, and if you did, as always, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. It was Ives, and until next time.